Namaste. Please take a few moments to find your seat as we take a few moments for us to gather. Good morning, Gretchen. Good morning, Judith. So yes, please take a few moments to find your seat, right? And to find yourself within your seat. The willingness to take a seat inside oneself. Right? This takes practice, right? It's something that we're typically not accustomed to. But that's, what we've come to do together. We've come to share space. We've come to be part of a community. We've come to attempt to sit in our realities, which is rarely easy, often uncomfortable. So we do it together, which makes it just a little bit more approachable, right? Assistance from others, right? Makes approaching one's seat just a little bit more comfortable, right? Because we're sharing. We're sharing in the collective experience of what it feels like to be a human attempting to sit right now with the chaos, with the concerns. We'll get started in just a few more moments. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for the hearts. I send them right back to you. Yeah, this is a good thing, us coming together, right, can never really be bad, right? Let's tune in together. Breathe in. Let's please take a moment together to locate something that we can offer right now. Look inward and find something that you can offer right now. There's always something within us that we can offer. We'll see if we might do it without judgment or second guessing oneself. Just simply give it freely. Because you can, because it's there. Namaste. Thanks for all showing up, sitting together. I often share stories with you guys about my walk in here, and I've got yet another one. Today, as I was en route to showing up here in this beautiful space, I passed by a large sign that was out in someone's front yard that said, "We've got a birthday here, please honk." And you guys have probably seen these. I don't think it's the first one I've seen. And you know, the parades that are occurring in the cars for birthdays and what have you. And I just got this beautiful internal tickle when I passed the sign, and a bit of kind of a goosebumpy feeling, and kind of choked up at the chest and the heart, and like, how wonderful, you know, how wonderful that whoever's in this house has made an attempt to help celebrate someone in the house with them, right? That we're so incredibly stumped right now on our limitations, right? There's so much that we cannot do, that we are accustomed to do. Like, we have customs, right, for celebrating birthdays that involve large gatherings, right? And if it's a birthday for a child, it involves a bouncy house. And if it's a birthday for an adult, it would perhaps involve, you know, beer and barbecue and what have you. But this kind of like massive collective, most typically, come gather to celebrate, right? And since we can't really do that to the same degree that we all might be accustomed to doing, right? This is just one of the many things that have shifted for us, that we have customs that we might not be able to carry out right now. So we can live in that state of, you know, something has been taken from me, I can't do, right? And then kind of the pout and the mope, which we are all experiencing, I'm sure, myself included. We all have our little moments of temper tantrums, you know. But also, how wonderful that we are all learning or relearning, because it really is, it's something we already know already. How wonderful that we are relearning the skill of resourcefulness. You know, what can't we do, right? That's probably pretty clear right now. But then how wonderful that it can be followed up with, okay, what can I do? What can I do right now? You know, and someone chose to just get like a big old piece of wood from their garage and a spray paint can, and just, you know, make this like message for everyone that walks by. Honk, right? This wonderful little beep. And how neat that is, because anybody that chooses to see that sign, like probably way more than half those people that see it don't know the people in the house. I certainly didn't, right? But now I know it's someone's birthday, and I celebrated them as I passed their house. I opened my heart to them a little bit more. So these shifts that are happening are not all bad, right? The fact that I know that someone's birthday is in there, and then I shot them a little love, right? That would have never occurred in the event that it was, you know, in our normal custom. So we're being gifted opportunity to create new customs, new approaches. What can I do, right? And the other beautiful thing that's coming through along with resourcefulness is resilience, right? Now, these are two attributes that we all had when we were wee ones, when we were little, right? You think about resourcefulness, right? Like, kids play with anything, right? They grab the pan to make the drum, they grab the napkin to make the hat, they grab the paper towel holder thingy to make the flute, or the telescope, right? And somewhere along the line, we lost the grab, we lost the desire, the incentive. It's like we look at something, we go, you know, that is not for that. That is for the trash now. That paper towel roll now has no value, and it's just for the trash anymore. The pan is only for cooking, and we kind of live in the more practical mind, right? We stop looking, we stop paying attention, we stop utilizing resourcefulness. Now, that might not be you. Maybe you're super resourceful, but kind of us as a collective in our culture, I think it's pretty safe to say that we are less resourceful as adults than we were when we were children. So how wonderful is this lockdown in some ways continues, and the restraints are still there, right? That we're all like, okay, what can I do? What can I do right now? And once again, as children, we had the gift of resilience, right? Something would happen, we'd fall down, we'd cry, and then 2 seconds later we'd be up running around again, and we'd forgotten about it, right? So as we activate resourcefulness, resilience is kind of the partner of it, right? That partnership of like, okay, this is what I can do. I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And this is how I'm now going to celebrate. This is how I'm now going to live. And we start to just open up instead of shut down, And that can never be bad. So how nice that as adults, as this human family collects, we're still going and we're still growing. We haven't stopped. Things have shifted greatly. We're on a new path, hopefully. But it seems to me the new path can only occur if we get resourceful and get resilient about our well-being and about the well-being of others, right? So this metaphor can be extremely expansive given the double crisis that we're in right now, right? And we're all continuing to learn and grow. That's how we evolve as a society and as an individual. We can learn so much by paying attention to children, right? The way they just can grab an object and create something with their imagination from it, right? And it was probably an adult that grabbed the board from the garage and the spray paint can and, wrote the message for us to pay attention. Right? Let's give this person a holler today, right? So it's this little act that might not appear, right, to mean much, yet it can open us up so greatly. And the gift of recalling our resilience, of reclaiming our resourcefulness. So much of this journey of consciousness and this path that I've been walking for, I've been teaching for 25 years, spiritual guidance and raising states of consciousness and awareness through the practice of yoga. It constantly rebirths us. It constantly gives us a chance for resurgence, for a reintroduction of new energies, to reclaim one's resourcefulness. Because we just forget, right? We just get so bogged down, so in the humdrum of what we can't do and of all these terrible things that are happening. We forget what we can. So it shakes us up a little bit. It wakes us up a little bit, right? And that can never be bad. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Again. Move the body a little bit. Again. Shake loose the back door of the heart. It has a tendency to get our energy trapped, right? Move the shoulders, bobble the head, like loosen the marbles of the mind, right? Let them roll around a little bit. Let them have a new configuration, right? the gift of reawakening, of resurgence, right? We are resourceful, resilient human beings. We just forgot. And find your seat. So this is a reawakening. If you've been already sitting for 15 minutes with me or so, right? We refine the seat again in a new way. We reawaken our awareness to our bodies. And the body is having a relationship with our reality. The body is the thing connecting to the here and the now. And when we find our seat, ourselves within it, we're finding this moment in time that we are gifted to be living. And this moment knows not the tragedy of yesterday. This moment is fresh. It doesn't mean we don't know how to honor. It doesn't mean we don't know how to move forward. It just means that the moment is simply the moment, right? And when we can let go of some of the baggage of the past, right, and really come into the present, lighter and brighter, we can take greater, more resourceful strides into our future, right? What can I do? Let that pique the eye of curiosity rather than paralyze the eye of despair. Let it pique the eye of curiosity rather than paralyze the eye of despair. What can I do right now? And soften your skin. Soften your innards. Notice your breath. Notice your breath. Just simply notice that it is happening. That it is happening inside of you. And bringing the awareness into the belly. Notice that as you inhale, the belly softly moves forward. And as you exhale, the belly gently draws inward. And just let this happen, right? You don't have to force it. This creative, expressive thing is happening inside of you organically. It requires very little effort and no strain, just awareness. And notice that this breath continues again and again, that it is an expression of endurance, of resilience. Allowing yourself to be breathed in such a way that you rebirth yourself as a resourceful, resilient human being right now. Through this power of breath, through this power of awareness, allowing what can I do to be a gorgeous big exclamation point with a smiley face, if you will, rather than this kind of grunt despair of I'm so stuck, I'm so limited, right? I'm so open. I'm so ready to be creative with what is here in the now, to work with what is here in the now. Open your chest. Release your shoulders. And see if you might breathe with just a tiny bit more depth. See if you might soften the back door of the heart in such a way that the breath begins to caress it. Sense your inner body growing more open. More expansive. When you're ready, we'll add on our daily lung strengthening exercise. Emptying the breath from the underbelly. And breathe in. Retain. Breathe out. Retain. 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 Release the lock from the underbelly, letting the breath go, letting the breath flow, move the body, moving freely and uninhibitedly. And once again, the body is having the relationship with your reality, with the present moment, right? And as we come into the present moment, and as these questions occur, like, what can I do? Let it not plague the mind. Let it inspire the creative being. And keep going into the breath, allowing us to sit with the self, to sit with this life, to sit with each other for just a few more moments. And allowing ourselves to become more inspired by this question, what can I do? This is clearly what I can't do. What can I do? And when we come into the can, when we come into the possibility and the maybe, it's the very thing that keeps ushering us forward with greater resilience, right? We just keep going, guys. We just keep going. But in a new way, in a awake way. An awakened mind, an awakened body, an awakened spirit. Hands to the heart. Let's check in again. What can you offer right now? Namaste. So thanks for showing up again and again, so many of you, and new folk, always, always, always welcome. If this suits you, if it serves you in any way, and you have other folk in mind that it might assist, please, please feel free to share this. One of the things that has come through these past 3 months now, is it really 3? Ooh. Whatever months that we're in of this quarantine, is that this practice can really serve everyone, you know, anyone willing to just sit for a few moments. That there's nothing that you need to know, there's nothing that you already need to have practiced before you showed up, whether you do yoga or don't do yoga. It's not about that at all. It's us really supporting each other through this crisis, and how can we have moments that we can be carried forward, right? How can we carry forward through these crazy times? Because the problems and the difficulties and the conflict that are so clear here, we have the choice to just kind of stop and shut down and wait for that to all be over and then go back to the same way, or we have this choice to like really sit with our reality amongst each other. I'm like, okay, what can we do? What can we do? And instead of that being this just big, enormous question mark that plagues the mind, it can actually open the mind in such a way that these few moments together can inspire maybe a new approach, a new attitude, right? A shift in one's energy, right? Let's close it up and send it out. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with an easy heart. Namaste.